This morning we're back in the kitchen with the Yooper goddess, learning more about making delicious things for the holidays. Ansley Watson is there this morning to tell us more. Good morning, Ansley.
Good morning, Vicki. So before we tell you what we're making today, I want to tell you a bit about the roads. Not too bad. Donnie did a great job of driving, so he went slow, but they were slick, so be careful out there. So this morning, Lori, what are we making?
Kudagi chicken meatballs.
With cranberry chili glaze.
Yeah. How good
this
is
sounds
that?
awesome.
Yeah,
and you said you just kind of made this up yourself,
I
didn't you?
wrote the recipe for the Meals on Wheels event that I did, and everybody loved them, so I'm going to show you.
All right, so stay with us. A lot to show you in a little bit. Reporting live in Ishpeming, Ansley Watson, TV6 News.
All right, sounds delicious. I can hardly wait to give it a try. Thanks, ladies. As we get ready for the Kudagi chicken meatballs. Oh, if you think you can't make that, start to doubt it, because the Yooper goddess is with us this morning. Ansley Watson is there to show us how it is done. Good morning, Ansley.
Good morning, Vicki. Okay, I have to admit something because
here it comes.
Yes, this week I have been sugar-free, or at least been trying to. But then Lori made homemade Chex Mix with brown sugar and icing, and I just took one little sample. I just took one little bite, and I promise you, I am no longer doing this. What Figgy brought in, I'm not going to eat that. I'm not going to eat those cupcakes. I promise. I'm back at it after today. So anyway. Two other news here. We're making
Kudagi chicken meatballs. Yeah.
Chicken meatballs.
So what you want? I want you to sprinkle a little salt on that chicken there.
Is that enough? Is that good?
Yeah, you want to put a little salt on this part, but this part, has tons of spices, so you're not going to put any on there. But these are really simple.
But we also have ground chicken on the other side here.
Yep, this is ground chicken breast, so it makes them a little healthier. Because then this is pork, so you have a little bit more fat there, but you're going to put 3 tablespoons of onions, and you don't have to put the onions if you don't like them, and a 1/3 cup of Parmesan and a 1/3 cup of Asiago.
Ooh.
And we are going to put 2/3 of a cup of breadcrumbs.
I can smell that cheese. That's very strong cheese.
Asiago has a real, yeah.
It kind of looks like mozzarella a little bit. Is it similar to that?
It is, but it has a really better flavor.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really good in these meatballs.
All right, so then what do you have? 1, 2 eggs?
2 eggs. So here's a good rule. Every pound of meat you have in a meatball, you have 1 egg. Isn't that a good tip?
Yeah.
So if you have 5 pounds of meat, use 5 eggs, and it holds them together really nice. And you want to have a bowl big enough that you can mix it, and you don't want to go crazy mixing it, because the more you play with it, it'll get tough.
Okay.
So you want to just more or less, get everything incorporated. And you want to move that salt, and we'll start rolling these
So
out.
if you're doing like a normal meatball with the beef, you put eggs in there as well?
Yes, you have to have a binder or they won't stay together. They'll fall apart, and you'll be crying.
How many
sugar?
How many meatballs do you think this will make?
About 50.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So check that out. Yay. So we're going to roll these out and bake these for 20 minutes.
Okay.
I'm going to put the oven on 400 because I don't have, I want to get these cooked before when we come back. So we'll put the sauce together when we come back.
Meatballs are so great for parties. They're just so easy to eat.
They're so good for potlucks.
Yeah.
My daughter's making them for something she has going on at work. And my girlfriend Tish is making them for the family get-together for Christmas. So yeah, it's just something easy, and it's good, and everybody loves them.
Right. And then, usually you put barbecue sauce on them, or ketchup. I guess some people do that too.
You can, yeah. You can put them in a spaghetti sauce. You could make a big meatball like this, stick a chunk of pepperoni in the middle.
Oh, yum.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Drop it in some spaghetti sauce. Oh my gosh. The kudagi is so good.
But we're going to make a cranberry chili glaze.
We are.
When we come back.
And it has 2 ingredients. Hello. How easy is that?
How did you figure that out? How did you, because usually you go crazy with your spices and salts.
Well, you know how a lot of people they'll make their meatballs and they'll have grape jelly.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I thought, you know what? I don't want to use grape jelly. I want to use it was, toward Thanksgiving. So I thought cranberry would be good. So, and I tried it and it was really good. But my secret ingredient was juice from my pickled peppers. I had someone.
I feel like that's your secret ingredient for
I
everything.
had someone come up to me and he goes, I make this sauce all the time. Why is yours taste different? And I said, well, because I put vinegar in it. And he's like, oh my gosh. You know, so yeah. You can use any, like when we come back, you know, if you have any pickles in the refrigerator.
So it's really that vinegar is what does it?
It just brightens it up, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for this little tip here. Yeah, when we come back, we'll make the glaze that goes over them. They're going to be amazing. I already know. Stay with us. Reporting live in Ishpeming, Ansley Watson, TV6 News.
All right. Thank you very much, Ansley. It already looks delicious. You know, and that was a good tip to remember about making meatballs, you know. Good stuff.
Good tip.
Yes.
This morning we aren't making your typical meatballs with the Yooper Goddess. Ansley Watson is joining us live in the kitchen to demonstrate just how it's done. Good morning, Ansley, and careful around the sweets.
Sam, I'm not eating any more sugar, I promise.
Sure.
Figgy brought him cupcakes, and I'm not going to eat any. You don't believe me. You don't believe me,
No,
but
it's
I'm
good.
standing by it. And wait, there is sugar in here?
No.
Yeah, there's no sugar in this glaze that we're making, so we're clear there.
But we did say if you come to Yooper Goddess and you're not going to have sugar.
Doubt it. Definitely doubt it because Ansley couldn't do it.
So,
okay, so we're making, we made meatballs.
We did, and cooked them
Kudigi,
for 25
right?
minutes.
I can never say this. Kudigi?
Kudigi.
Kudigi.
Yeah.
And chicken meatballs.
And the kudigi that's in here is my kudigi, which is in the Venison Vixen cookbook.
Nice.
Yeah.
And you ground up chicken, and we added some onions and cheese and eggs and breadcrumbs. And that's what made that. So now we're making the glaze. And talk to me about that.
What we got here is just a bottle of chili sauce and 1 can of jellied cranberry, like the kind, you know, it slides right out of the can, you know, on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, and a 1/4 cup of vinegar, which I used the stuff from my jalapenos, which gives it a little zing. And, you know, the longer that you let your meatballs sit in the sauce, you know, you'd probably, if you're making these for a crowd, you would double the meatball thing. Make them a little smaller. I made these a little big. You would double the sauce also. And what I would do is I'm going to add, like when I make these for Christmas Eve, I'm going to have those little wieners in there
Oh, nice.
too, to go with it. So,
Yeah.
and look at what we got here.
So she made me a pasty. I have eaten one pasty before, but this is my first Yooper Goddess pasty. And you put rutabaga in it, which is like a little turnip, correct?
Yeah.
So we're going to try this.
She's going to try her first Yooper Goddess pasty. And that crust has actually suet in it. And I told you I always put ketchup on mine. So, yeah, these meatballs,
That was amazing.
You can use ground turkey also.
Oh, yeah, that'd be a great idea.
Really good with the cranberry. And Jubilee sells ground turkey and chicken, and their ground turkey is so good. It's just chicken breast or turkey breast. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You cook it and it's like pure white. And then if you wanted to grind your own chicken breast, the butcher said he would do it.
What a kind butcher.
Just call Dale.
Calling him out.
Yeah, sorry.
Well, whenever we were talking earlier, you mentioned that you can put grape jelly on meatballs. Maybe this is a common thing. I don't know, but I've never heard of this.
Well, you can actually make a sauce with grape jelly, like probably I think it's a 16-ounce jar of jelly with the chili sauce.
Oh. I guess you get your sweet and spicy in there.
Yeah, and it's really good. Yeah, and what I like to do too when I make them, I'll take a jalapeno pepper, and I leave the pepper whole, and I take a knife and cut little slits in it, and then I just put that in my crock pot, and it, like, that flavor goes through there. And then I like eating that pepper after about a couple hours. But it's really good, yeah. So see what you think of these. Mmm. Those are so good. Is that sauce good?
Yeah, and I can't believe that there's only 2 ingredients in that.
Yeah, and the vinegar.
Oh, yeah. Technically 3, I guess, then.
Yeah.
I can taste the vinegar. You're right. It really does stand out.
It brightens it up. It just makes it so good as I talk with a meatball in my mouth.
Yes, but this is delicious, super easy. And then, like you said, the turkey would be a really good one as too.
Yeah, I made them with turkey before and they were good.
Okay. Yeah.
Really good.
Well, I'm excited for our next segment because I believe we're going to be making homemade pasta, correct?
We are.
Yeah, so you don't want to miss out on that one.
Dedicated to that guy
and we're
there behind the
dedicating it to
camera.
Donnie because he loves homemade pasta and Alfredo sauce. So I think it'll be a good one.
I think he'll taste it.
Thanks again, Lori.
Thanks.
Reporting live in Ishpeming, Ansley Watson, and we'll be back with more of your TV6 Morning News after the break.
See ya.